Hello everyone. Today's lesson we're going to go over just a little exercise that I like to do. It's a good warm-up. You can do it with a practice pad. You can do it with sticks on a pillow. You can do it with your feet even. Do whatever you want. But I usually just do this with a practice pad. It's a good warm-up because it warms up your hands, gets them moving, and it's also really good because it kind of warms up your head because you got to think a little bit. And so let's dive right in. I call this exercise 1 to 8, and in the video description below you'll see a link to a PDF. I wrote out the sheet music using Finale, and it's really straightforward. I think it might help if you're trying to figure out how everything lines up with the beat. It might be easier to see if you have the sheet music. Let's jump right into it. 1 to 8. Where did I get that name from? Well, we're going to play 1s, then we're going to play 2s, then we're going to play 3s, then we're going to play 4s, then we're going to play 5s, 6s, and guess what, 7s, and we're going to end with 8s. What I mean by that is we're going to play like groupings of 16 notes. So first we're going to play groupings of 1 16th note. And after each grouping, we're going to add a rest. So 1 16th note, 1 16th note, rest. 1 16th note, 1 16th note, rest. You see in the PDF, I wrote that as just 8th notes because, you're playing on practice pad. There's really 16th note, 16th rest, 16th note, 16th rest, or just 8th note, 8th note. Comes out to be the same thing. All it really matters is the attack. That's all I'm getting at. Kind of rambling on. Forget I said any of that. Or you don't have to forget it, but I'm just kind of a crazy guy and I ramble on about stuff that's not important. Anyways, so first part is once. That's just 8th notes. Here we go. This is how it goes. I'm going to give you a count off, 4 counts, play it, and what we're going to do is play 8 of them on one hand, 8 on the other, and then 16 on one hand, then 8, and then 8, and then 16. Where did I come up with 8, 8, 16, 8, 8, 16? That's how many of them fit into 1 bar, 1 bar, 2 bars. 1 bar, 1 bar, 2 bars. And that's just going to kind of be a common thread throughout the entire exercise. So this is how the ones would go. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, next up is the 2s. Now this is where you get a little bit of having to deal with groupings of 16th notes, because 2 16th notes, it's a 2, and then you get the 16th note rest. That's a group of 3 16th notes, but you want to feel that quarter note. That's a big part of this exercise. So really feel the quarter note. That's where the thinking comes in. So you're just thinking 1 2 rest, 1 2 rest, 1 2. You're not getting anywhere because you're gonna have to be able to change when the measure changes. And you want to keep count. That's a whole big thing in drumming. You got to keep count. If you're not keeping count, you're not doing your job as a drummer. So let's go ahead and do that section. And you'll notice at the end of the phrases, because there's 3 notes and there's 16 16th notes, 3 note phrases basically, 2 16th notes and a 16 note rest, and then you have 16 16th notes in a measure, 3 doesn't go into 16 evenly. So you're going to see there's just 1 note at the end before you switch. That's fine. That's how I wrote the exercise. Deal with it. Alright, here's the 2s. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E, 2 E, 1 E, 2. Cool. Kind of rim-shot it at the end there. I'm kind of sitting Indian style on my bed with a practice pad. You can practice anywhere when you got a practice pad. It's great. Moving on to 3s. 3s are a little easier because you got 3 notes and then the rest. That's 4 notes. That fits nice into a bar, fits nice into a beat. All right. We're going to go ahead and use my metronome for this part. I should be using it the entire time. I have my metronome here set at 85 beats per minute. It's on my smartphone. You can go to an app store, get a metronome, free, great. This is the 3 section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving right along, we're going to do the 4s with 4 notes, 1 16th note rest. It's going to be a little trickier with the timing on this one, but check out the sheet music, count it, and try to, if you're playing this on a kit, get the hi-hat going on quarter notes. Get the click in your ear and feel the quarter notes. And I'm going to show you a little trick at the end of this, how to really get that going and do some more coordination, but we'll get there. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, next up, groupings of 5. These are slightly easier. Check it out. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now my personal favorite, the 6s, they're built in groups of 7. 7s are weird to feel. Groupings of 7 16th notes. You had 6 16th note, that's your 6 16th notes that you play, then 1 16th note rest. Groupings of 7, you're in 4/4 with 16th notes, or 16 of them measure. So how are you going to do this? It goes over the bar line. There's some weird stuff when you get the 2-bar phrase. Check it out. Keep count, keep tapping your foot. It's good stuff. Check out the sheet music too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, moving on to the 7s. Pretty straightforward. So 7, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're on to the 8th. Now I'm just playing straight 16 notes. 1 bar, 16 notes on the right hand, 1 bar, 16 notes on the left hand, 2 bars of 16 notes on the right hand. So on. You'll see the sheet music, really straightforward. Ready? Here we go. Let's play that for you if you need it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. That's the exercise. Now you just gotta do it all in order. So I'm not gonna bother doing it all in order for you. I just filmed it and I realized it's really long. I don't need this video to go too long. It's already long enough as it is. But yeah, just put it one after the next. So you just go straight from 2s, right to 3s, right to 4s without stopping like the sheet music. Just read it straight through. Here's a little tip for feeling the beat. Play quarter notes with the other hand. I kind of alluded to it earlier in the video. So, for example, one of them that's a little, say, harder, the 2s. Play quarter notes with your left hand as you play with the pattern with the right, and then switch. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then off the left hand, of course. But yeah, it's kind of a nice way to do it. With the 3s, it's a little easier. But can still do it. You can do it with the 5s, which is kind of medium hard, maybe. The 6s, I think that's the hardest one. I screwed up. That's why I think it's the hardest one. We tried it again. No, I'm not going to bother. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you can use this exercise, play it on a pillow. It'll help, play at maximum volume on a pillow, and then you'll find that your double stroke rolls are getting a little better because, you play more than 2 notes throughout some of this exercise. Just kind of good warm-up as well with the pad. You put it around the kit. You can, get creative with it. Throw foot pattern ostinatos underneath it. Start playing some, boom, 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 bossa nova stuff, and then throw that on top. Just do whatever you can to get coordinated with it, but this is meant just as a you got a practice pad, you got some sticks, and you gotta think about syncopated 8th notes, fun patterns like that. Go ahead and see you guys next time. I gotta think of another little fun video to do with my practice pad and my sticks. I got one in mind, but it's for another time, maybe about a week or so. We'll get it up on this channel, and you can check it out. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.